Keeping one dog at home can be challenging enough. Add more and things can get complicated.
That goes for walking them, training them, making sure everyone's happy and healthy overall. In this Pet Talk, some of the tools available.
Welcome back, pet behavior specialist Cathy Guinane. Good to see you, Cathy.
Hi.
Hello, good morning.
And we've got Tessa and Gianna.
We do. Tessa is the black and white, and this is Gianna.
Why did you bring two pups in today?
Well, since we were talking about multiple dog, I figured that was a good idea. But these two also go together. One is 7, one is 9. They've been together forever. They're a twofer.
So whoever adopts these dogs will have to take them together. You can't just come in and take one.
Nope.
We're not splitting up
We're
Tessa
not
and
splitting them
Gianna.
up. That'd be too hard on them, and they've been together too long. It wouldn't be fair to them to separate them at this
What are
point.
What are they like? How would you describe their personalities, their needs?
They're very mellow. They're very loving. They think people are the best.
Look at them playing
Yeah.
here.
They get along great. They play and play and play, and then they just do this and stop. You know, and they're content to just sit and hang out.
They're just good dogs.
They walk
Look at
nice on a
them.
leash.
What kind of family do you think this would be good for?
They need to go to a home that has no cats and no small critters and no really small children.
Why no cats? They don't like cats, or what's going on?
They
here?
try to herd the cats, and then their instinct kicks in, and they try to kind of get them.
That's not funny.
It's
That
not
is
funny.
funny.
It's
Well,
not
it's
pretty.
not funny, but-
It's not
but
funny if you're the cat.
There you go. If you're the cat, it's
Yeah.
not very funny.
And then why the age on the kids?
Partly because they are getting a little bit older. They're 7 and 9. Little tiny kids who may want to grab or, you know, not be as steady on their feet might be kind of hard on them if they fell on them. But they're great walkers, and I mean, obviously they like to play, and they will interact with people as well. So, you know, kids that are 10, 12 and older, they would do well with and up.
Got 'em.
They're
They're following
gonna-
every movement in the
They're gonna
studio. They're very
play,
smart.
and they're going to jump around and wrestle with each other.
Tessa likes Jake. Great. Good.
How do you maintain order with more than one dog?
Well, it comes to organization, and you have to be a little bit consistent, which is hard for us to be consistent. But so that everybody knows where their place is, what they can do. If you allow on the furniture, that's your option, but you have to be consistent. If you don't,
See,
you don't.
that's what gets me. Okay, I don't want to. I feel like I'm going to start being counseled here.
Feels
but
very
at my
therapeutic,
house,
these-
it is. At my house, no dogs on the furniture, right?
If that's what you want,
Right. So that's what I do.
right?
But the other people in my house don't do that. These other people that live in my home
That's that
let the dog on
consistency
the
word.
couch.
Who are these people?
I don't know.
The more people you
I
have,
need different people to live in my
obviously,
house.
the harder it is. But it's the consistency that makes a difference.
Yeah.
You know?
Even
It's-
one time, let them up on the couch let's say for a
Hey,
year.
it
You
worked
say no
once.
couch, and then you let them up once.
Yep, it
New
works.
set of rules. You
Yes.
offer a class at the Humane Society
Yes.
designed just for this thing.
Yes, we're going to offer it. It'll be at the end of February. And what we're going to do is people can bring 2 dogs. They can sign for 2 dogs, and we're going to limit the number of people because obviously we can't have a bazillion dogs
Yeah,
in a room.
menagerie.
Yes, but we'll offer it multiple times. It's going to be a 4-week class. And we're putting it under as a specialty class, not necessarily a fun with Fido, but how can you get along in your house? What kinds of things do you need to do? From eating, how do you manage that situation? Because that can be a very time when
they
dogs
get
want to guard.
competitive.
Right. Sleeping, where do they need to be at night so you can sleep? How do you, in and outdoors, what are doorways? What kind of behaviors do you want from your dogs? My dogs all have to learn to sit, and they have to be able to do it together too.
How long
Yeah.
is that course?
It's a 4-week class. Meets once a week for an hour.
And
So-
can we take it a step further? Let's say you have a dog at home that's been part of the family for many years, and then you introduce a second dog, or even
Yes.
multiple dogs. How and even a puppy. How does that introduction take place, and what do you need to think about?
We need to think about not disrupting that resident dog's life as much as possible. Yes, it will be because you're bringing another animal in the house. But that's the dog that was there first. It gets greeted, treated, fed, everything first. The dog coming in doesn't know. It just wants to kind of know where its place is. So that's our job to let it know what its place is.
If you're adopting at the Humane Society, can you bring in
Sure.
your existing dog, meet and greet before you
We-
adopt?
Yes, we can. We do that.
Do you recommend that? You think it's a good
It kind
idea?
of depends. If the resident dog is going to be very nervous in our shelter, then that might not be the best place. We will send people home with directions and talk about how to.
Yeah. By the way, if you're interested in registering for this class, anyhumanesociety.org
.org.
Rather, but the drop-down menu for training classes has all kinds of options. Just look for specialty.
Yes.
And that's where you'll find this one. A quick word about licensing. We're into that period where
Yes,
letters
we-
are going out. What's the deadline, and then what's the penalty if you forget to do it?
It's March 15th is the deadline, and I think is the penalty $50.
50 bucks. It is something like that. I think
It's
it's 50
big.
bucks. Yeah.
And then if you lose your dog, you got issues.
Well,
Yeah.
you
It's
get
not licensed.
right. So it's worth getting there, and
Do
or get,
it.
you can do it online if you've done it. If you've done it before, you can do it online.
Yep.
You can come in, you can mail it. So 3 different
Just
ways to do it. So
Do it by
Gotcha.
the Ides
The
of
date
March.
is what?
15th of March.
15th of March.
The Ides of March.
Yes.
Great. Kathy, thanks. Thanks
Thank
for
you.
bringing
Kathy.
Tessa and Gianna on
Thank
here.
you.
They're well-behaved
Tessa's ready
dogs.
They're
for a
pretty good.
nap.
All right. Thanks, Kathy. As a parent, you'd go to great lengths to protect your child. Our next guest says, cut it out.
Why Lenore Skenazy is promoting a free-range movement and what she first did that gained national attention.